What is going on? How is my people doing? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It. You can't make this BS up. It's your host, Joel Davis. I am so sorry that I have not been putting out content lately. It's been crazy. And I've been having a hard time doing this recording. This is like the third time I had to do this thing with technical difficulties, but we're here. Hopefully we can make it to the light. First things first, guys, I finally got my AC back up like I told y'all last week, but due to trying to work and my wife not feeling great and other issues in my life, I was able to only produce one thing. But I promise you today that I will try to put out Black Friday content. Y'all know how we do with that. I already got one lined up. I just got to record it. And we'll also do a paid subscription and have that out there too. First things first, I want to give a shout out once again to the donation from Miss. She did not have to do it, $25, which was now 2 weeks ago. We appreciate you. Listen, guys, y'all could do the same thing. Whatever your heart desire, whether it's $1 or $5,000. Again, you could go on the following 3 places that we have access to getting those things put out there. First things first, you can go to my Venmo, which is JD, J as in J, D as in dog, M as in men, N as in Nancy, 2024. Now, my government name, Joshua Davis, will show up with my face. That is me. So y'all don't think you're being scammed. And whatever you want to donate, that's fine as well. Also, you can go to my Cash App. You know, a lot of you got Cash App. That is the Cash App $. You can't make this BS up. You can donate $1 or all the way up to $5,000 or whatever your heart permits you to do. I'm with it. Also, you can also check us out as well if you don't feel comfortable with any of those on my Apple Pay. That's right. The American country code, USA 1+. Put the digits, plug it in there, and you can donate that way. And you can text us that way too, and we'll definitely, got any ideas or whatever, we will respond. So, with that being stated, guys, I got some new stuff for you. It's coming out of St. Petersburg, Florida. That's right. And it's the Hiccup girl. Yeah, y'all remember that? Back in 2007? Yeah, little Hiccup girl. Let me show you. I see the little cute little button little girl that was showing everybody back in 2007 about, I got a hiccup situation, baby. That's right. This is Jennifer Mee. Jennifer Mee took the world by storm because she had these hiccups. And it was crazy. And when I say it was crazy, it was crazy. This girl was hiccuping nonstop, like 55 hiccups per minute. Well, you know, everybody always kind of wondered, what happened to the hiccup girl? Well, the hiccup girl right now is serving a prison sentence. That's right. She got life in prison. And you already know when you on this show here, there's some bullshit that you either was a part of or experienced to get to this point. Oh, we about to spill the tea on it and about to tell you. But let's put it to you this way. Jennifer let her fame for having hiccups basically destroy her brain to where now she's considered a criminally known fuck up. Let's jump in to see how this happened. So we got to talk about the origins of Jennifer Mee. Now, Jennifer Mee was born on July the 28th, 1991 in St. Petersburg, Florida, to a hardworking mother who was a waitress, Rachel Robidoux. Now, Rachel at the time had Jennifer with her father, which we really don't know anything about, but we're going to talk about the man who has been daddy. But at the time, Rachel and Jennifer daddy was not working out. He was not doing what he was supposed to do. And Rachel was like, I ain't got time for this. I got a daughter to raise. You can go your way. I will go mine. And at that time, Rachel ran into a guy named Chris Robidoux. Now, Chris Robidoux, he had a little disability and stuff going on in his life, But he was like, listen, Rachel, I really feeling you. You know, you got an 18-month-old daughter. And then I think she also had Ashley at that time too. He was like, I don't care. It's cool. Listen, baby, we can make it do what it do. So Rachel was like, you know what? You sound good. And you got disability and you got a little money coming in and you still want to help me with these kids? Shit, let's go. So they got married and they started raising these kids together. So at first, Mr. Robidoux, Chris, and Rachel, they got 5 kids in that house, including Jennifer Mee. And all of them girls. God bless him. He's on disability and he is staying Mr. Stay-at-home mom. He knew his assignment and he played his role to the fullest, they said. He would make sure the house was clean, dishes and stuff was done, food was prepared, babies taken care of. Mr. Chris was your dream, Mr. Mom. Okay? I wouldn't even be surprised he had a bathwater ran. But anyway, he out here taking care of kids like the good daddy he is. Meanwhile, brother hits on hard times. You know, he killed his girl and like, baby, listen, you know, my brother, you know, ain't got nowhere to go right now. He going through some things. Now, he unemployed. I know you got to take care of me, but I do got a little bit of disability coming in, but work with him. Okay? I'll help you out with him a little bit until he get back on his feet. You know, we got to look out for family, you know, and plus he can help me with these kids because the kids drive me crazy. So Rachel was like, all right, baby, whatever you need. So there was love in the air in this family. Even though they were poor, they had a 2-bedroom home. You know, they didn't have a lot of money, wasn't a lot of space, but he was making sure and she was making sure these kids had a roof over their head. Now, Jennifer had to share this room with her 5 sisters. She wasn't feeling that like any other teenage girl. You get older, you got to share a room with 5 kids, ain't got no privacy. It's a lot, including yourself. That's a lot. But she, you know, she made it do what it do. So anyway, everything started going good until 2007, around about February, 2007, around about March. So Jessica is in class trying to get her education on. Then all of a sudden, she get a, that hiccup. She's like, okay, all right, I got a little hiccup. Damn, these hiccups is pounding my chest. Like, all right, well, let me get some water. So she go, like any young girl do, get some water, excuse, can I get out the class, get some water, the whole 9, come back. It's still going harder. She's like, okay, this is crazy. I should not be having this type of hiccups like this. So she's put her hands up, say, yo, I got to go to the nurse. All right, I got to talk to the nurse. Go to the nurse. Nurse is like, yo, we going to help you out. All right, hold your nose, all this stuff, all the remedies, still is not working. So the nurse calls her mother and say, hey, listen, call the girl, Jennifer, call her mama, like, mama, listen, I know you at work. I know you trying to get your money on, but I'm freaking out. I can't stop having hiccups. Mama's like, girl, stop. Quit playing with me. You know good and damn well that you calling me for hiccups. Girl, you better drink some water and call it a day. I'm at the job right now. Then she was like, no, mama, you don't understand. Like, I'm freaking out. I think I'm dying. Like, I can't stop. People looking at me crazy. Okay. I tell you what, I'm about a nurse. Nurse gets on the phone. Ma'am, it's crazy. Like, we done did everything. She cannot stop hiccuping. All right, well, she don't start hiccuping in the next 30 minutes. Give me a call back and I'll head over. So 30 minutes go by, hiccup still going. She heads over there, gets her daughter, and the rest is history. So while this is going on, these hiccups is whooping Jennifer's ass. Jennifer can't do nothing. Time you turn around, she speak, hiccuping. She goes to sleep, trying to go to sleep. She wakes up, hiccuping. It's just insane. So it got to the point, Jennifer was like, mama, I'm just to the point now, just take me out this world. Because ain't nobody want to deal with me. I'm always hiccuping. Like, who want to talk to a girl that hiccuping? Who want to be around somebody hiccuping? And this is just too much. So her mother was like, I got to do something. I got to get some kind of awareness. So the mother decided to go and say, well, maybe if I talk to the local newspaper and news stations, people could give me some insight. Soon as the mother did that, man, that shit took off. Next thing you know, old girl is on to the Today Show. uh the what is it? I think she was on more. Yeah, she was on more and Povit. She was on every type of special show that you can think of. Inside Edition, she was everywhere about these hiccups. And it had America feeling sorry for her. Cause it was like, damn, look at this pretty little 15-year-old little girl, little 16 pretty little girl going through this. This is sad. We gotta do something. This don't seem right. And so by the time Jennifer being all over the world like this, they was having her come in and do interviews. A lot of these places was paying them for coming in by giving them like a gift card and shopping sprees. You gotta remember, this is before social media was popping, like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. Back then they was not breaking off bread for people like this, because back now, if you had a phenomenon like that, they would pay your family to come in and do the story, this, that, and the third. But they wasn't doing nothing like that. It was all shopping sprees and putting you up in hotels. So either way it goes, while mom is out here trying to find a cure, things just did not go well with this at the end, because by the time June hit, before Jennifer's 16th birthday, these hiccups start slowing down. And then she finally got referred to a specialist who also was like, yo, the hiccup problem that y'all experiencing is that your girl got Tourette's syndrome. So she has Tourette's. Now, here's the thing about Jennifer that no one did not know about this girl at the time. Jennifer's mother has also pointed out that she always had a learning disability. So Jennifer was not really, she may have came off and looked like a 16-year-old or 15-year-old, 16-year-old, but her mindset was childlike. She was easy to be influenced. And that was one of the reasons why her mother tried to keep her sheltered. Because you gotta remember too, this people also were a Christian family. They go to church and stuff like that as well. So this girl comes from a pretty good background. So far, so good. Well, after the fame stopped, Jennifer already was acting a little spicy in the mouth with her stepdad, Chris Robidoux, because she had been on TV with Mama. Mama's been her spokesperson. People we want to help you out. She became popular. So she also started reaching out to her real daddy. That's right. How them real daddies come out when they see you on TV. He was probably like this. Oh shit, that's my daughter. Woo, that's my baby. Let me get in contact with her right now. What's up, baby? You know who this is? It's your daddy. I know I left you, but I'm here now, and I'm never letting go. You know how them daddies do. Yeah, that's what them daddies do, baby. They love doing that. And it's sad that they do that, because 9 out of 10, we already know that he was thinking of a financial plan. But unfortunately, this girl never got any financial compensation for all the things that she was being seen about. Now, before we go further into her being spicy with Chris, there's another side note to also enter too. Jennifer did have a chance to get a payday with a company that's supposed to make cups to help assist with stopping hiccups. But when she tested out the product, it did not help her with her hiccup at the time. So she didn't lie to him. She just basically told him that it just was not helping her at all. But if she would have said yeah, they would have made her a brand person and would have given her money to sponsor the brand. So some people could have said she dropped the bag, her and her mama. Some people could have said that, hey, they were just trying to be honest and not be that type of, be those type of people in the end. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying, it seems like that at the time that Jennifer was really feeling herself and started basically telling Chris Robidoux, her stepfather, that she did not have to listen to him. And she loved to tell him real quick in a hurry. I know why I don't have to listen to you. You know why I ain't got to listen to you? You ain't my father. Who you think you are, Chris? You just a man that my mama married, okay? You need to chill the fuck out. Oh, that's how you feel? Okay. Oh, I'm just a stepdaddy. You wasn't saying that when you're 18 months old, your mom was working, I was looking out for your ass. That's what she was basically saying. That's how she was coming off, man. And what was crazy is that every time Chris went to talk to Rachel, Rachel would take up for Jennifer. Oh, you being too hard on her, Chris. Chris, you got to understand that she is young and she a teenager. She didn't mean that, Chris. Chris, she going through a lot. You know, she used to be a celebrity and now she ain't got shit. So Chris got to the point with all this disrespect and Jennifer starting getting real crazy by being rebellious. He was at his wits' end. Now, doing all of this, Jennifer also experienced something that no young lady should ever experience. Jennifer was allegedly, which wasn't alleged, they said it was true, it was proven fact, Jennifer got raped by 2 boys in her neighborhood. Now, these boys that did this to her were, I think, maybe a little bit older, around her age. But come to find out that these guys really was just ruthless what they did to her, and they psychologically damaged her to the point that she was like, yo, I will never ever date a white boy again. The only people I feel safe about is black folks, black men only. And that's when she started hanging out in the hood. Now, her parents says the following about that, her stepdad especially. He said, I've always wanted her to date within her race because he felt like that what he saw in St. Petersburg from the little small town of Vermont they from, that everyone in the hood he was running across or would see were straight criminals and bad influences. And he hated that after she went through what she went through, that she went towards dating outside of her race, especially towards real bad hood Negroes. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? Hood niggas. Now, his daughter was like, yo, you're just a racist. But he was like, no, I'm not racist. He's like, listen, I'm quite sure there are good people in the hood. He said, but the people you bringing around here ain't good. These fools stealing, smoking weed, disrespectful, telling me I'm the enemy before even getting to know me? Shit. I mean, what you expect for me to say? And I will give you my opinion on what I feel about what he said in that excerpt on the book that's about this girl's life called One Breath Away. So anyway, she started hanging out in the hood. And the first boy she laid eyes on and hooked up with was a boy named Tyrone. Tyrone was off the chain. She said Tyrone was her first love. She was crazy about Tyrone. He was like, she lost her virginity to him. He was everything she ever dreamed of. Man, oh man, I hear that a lot from bad girls that try to hook up with hood niggas. But anyway, as I was saying, she got to the point she got enamored by this guy. So enamored that she was like, hey, I just feel like I could be with him forever. But Tyrone had a side of him that also was dangerous. He liked to put hands on Jennifer. Anytime Jennifer said something he didn't like, anytime she said something that he wouldn't like. Yep, that's what it was. Just like that. He didn't give a damn. And what was crazy is that when this happened to Jennifer, she would defend it. She would say, well, I was a little bit out of the way. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. And then sometimes he would say, most of the time he'll say, like any other guy would say, hey, baby, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean for that to happen. Sometimes I get a little edgy, work with me, baby. I just want to let you know that ain't the real me. And every time she would accept it, she would go back to him. Now, him going in and out of juvenile hall and doing stints, Tyrone, while he was doing one of his stints, you got to remember, Jennifer was not no loyal girlfriend either. She was young and very promiscuous. She started dealing with another black guy. And in fact, this black guy she was dealing with, no one never found out the name of who it was, but she slipped this black guy in her parents' house while her dad was watching her brothers and sisters one day. And I guess he must be had one of those days where, you know how some parents are, they're watching kids, but they're not feeling good. So they're not going to be all around looking and being attentive and find out who's doing what. Well, while he was in the other part of the house, taking care of the kids, doing his Mr. Mom thing, she slipped this dude to the house, through the house some kind of way, and decided to let him, clap them cheeks a little bit. That's right. All day long. Under her damn stepdad's nose. Or AKA real dad, her dad knows. So after all this going down, the dads don't know anything about this. And so he would ask her to do things, she'd get more spicy. Anytime he tried to correct it, she was quick to hurt his feelings. So it was just getting to be to the point one day and decided, what's going on? Let me investigate why my 16-year-old daughter, who's now about to be turning 17 soon, is wilding out. Well, he goes, he checks out her the computer. She had her MySpace logged in. He goes in, he starts seeing all these statuses, and a lot of them is shots towards him, even to the point where she bragged about slipping the boy in the house under his nose and let him basically tear it up. He was horrified. He was like, oh my God, what? So Chris, all mad, he confronts old girl about this, and she basically tell him, so, what you gonna do about it? I do me, baby. You know what I mean? You ain't my daddy. Get the fuck out of here. So Chris is really troubled. He goes talks to Rachel. Rachel, I know I'm Mr. Mom, but goddamn it, I'm still a man. You got to help me here. You got to put some boundaries on what this girl doing. Once again, Jennifer done got in her mama ear. Mama, he be tripping. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the medication he on or something. Because I be doing what I'm supposed to do. The post I put on there, I don't know what he talking about. Sometimes I be lying, mama, trying to be for attention. You know how I do. Mama, once again, takes her side. Yeah, it's you. You the problem, Chris. You got to quit this. You driving a wedge between me, my daughter, and me and you. You going to have to learn to cohabitate with this girl. She's a teenager. You're a grown man. Man up. I don't think she said man up like that. Basically, that's what she was saying to him. So Chris was like, all right, you know what? You want me to man up so bad? I got you. I know what I'm going to do. Moving the fuck out. So Chris went, contacted his other brother, got his stuff packed up, say, hey, listen, when you decide that you want to be on the same page I am, I done secured a house out here in the country in, I think it was Spring Hill, Florida? Or I think it's Spring Hill, Florida. I want to say it's Spring Hill. Let me make sure I'm right, because it's a little town, not too far. I want to say that's what it is. Yes, Spring Hill, Florida. I knew I wasn't crazy, and it was in Hernando County. So that's where he got it from, the Spring Hill, Florida. So he said it was smaller, and at the time it was out in the country. The population done popped up now, and everything, but back then it was not that populated. I think back in the day, whenever it when it first was popping, it wasn't that many people. It was like 69,000 people, but it's country, real country. But now it's like 100,000. Cause you gotta remember, St. Petersburg got almost a 500,000 people over there. So you going from 500,000 people to somewhere that's not even close to 100,000 yet. So that is a country rural like setting. So that's what he was got the family hooked up with. House over there, things was good. So he said, whenever y'all want to go over there, that's where I'll be at with my family over there in that area. So for 2 months, Jennifer put Rachel through it. I'm talking about Rachel saw Jennifer just run amok. Bringing dudes in on the low when she wasn't at home, just wilding out, messing with Tyrone whenever he was not serving time, Then she started doing like Tyrone taught her to do, selling fake crack. That's right, she was selling fake crack. Yeah, I'm surprised she ain't died. And then selling real weed. She was out here, man. She was doing it at 17, child. She was doing it. So friends that knew her from school was like, yo, Jennifer's not the same. Jennifer is wild. She is not the hiccup girl. She on some dope girl shit. She got on her MySpace page. She's a boss, baby. You know what I mean? She a hood chick. And love to say the following. And I know my wife hate me saying that N word, but it's just what she was saying. I have to do this for documentation purposes. She was quick to say, I need a real nigga. Oh yeah, she was crazy. She really was embrace that lifestyle, the street life. And they was embracing her a little bit. I wouldn't say all the way. So finally, after the 2 months, Rachel reached out. And she reached out to Chris and tells Chris, baby, I need you back home. I'm sorry that I pushed you out. I tell you what, I still need you to reach out to this girl. Reach out to Jennifer. Maybe if you reach out to Jennifer, she'll try harder, because I know the kids miss you. I miss you because you kept things together. I can't keep shit together with me working and I got all this going on. I need you. So Chris was like, all right, I think about coming back home, but I talked to her though. I talked to her. Now, Chris already made up his mind. He did want to come back home, but he didn't want to, I guess, show his cards right then. So he reach out to Jennifer and like, yo, Jennifer, man, listen, we have to have a moment to talk, baby girl. It's time for us to be on the same page. Break bread, as you would say, and get this on out the way and try to come to an alliance because your mother needs me because she cannot handle the stress of trying to work and take care of y'all by herself. He said at first she was quiet. Long pause. And then she responded back with the following. You don't need to fucking come back. You need to stay the way the hell you at. That's what you need to do. We good over here, player. Whatever mom's telling you, she was going through a moment. We good. Stunned, my mans. He was like, whoa, wait a minute. Where did this come from? What? This girl ain't changed. Okay, I'm going back home to my wife, but I know this. I ain't dealing with her ass. And that's exactly what Chris did. So Chris avoided her at all costs. Now, when she was around her mama, she was, hi, Dad. How you doing, Dad? All the nice shit. But when her mama wasn't around, you stay your way, I stay mine, okay? So one day, Chris is like really overwhelmed. He's got kids, doing this, doing that, and he's got, once again, old girl Jennifer trying to dash out the door to go to the streets. And he was like, yo, Jennifer, before you go, can you at least help out and do some chores here? Because every time I turn around, you always going and never doing nothing. Like, come on, man. Like, I can't do but so much. Your mama be coming home soon from work. Shit, help me to help you. And her response was classic. It was this. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You don't talk to me like that. You not my daddy. I ain't got to do a motherfucking thing in here. Okay? Better figure that shit out. Meanwhile, in the other room, her mother heard what she said. And her mother came out like this. Excuse me? I know you're not talking to Chris like that. The man that took you in when you was 18 months, me and you both, and took care of your little rotten ass? Nah, baby girl. We're not doing that. Whatever he says fucking goes. So you either on board or not. You make the decision. Don't worry about it. I'm out. I ain't got time for none of this. I'm gone. So after this happened, Rachel sat down with her husband and Chris and basically said, Chris, I understand now. I'm sorry. I should have been more understanding of what you were saying. You're here around these children more than I am. And I should have took the effect that she was being out of control. I did not know she was this disrespectful. Chris was mostly like, yeah, I know I'm right now. Yeah, for the first time in history, a man is right over his wife. Where's my glass? Where's my victory glass? I know he didn't say that shit, but still, I know it felt good that he felt like that he was in the right. So when Jennifer returned back after hitting the streets almost all night. They just told Jennifer the following: Jennifer, you got to fucking go. Your time is done. You are not going to comply. You want to be in the streets. You want to be disrespectful. We can't have it here. But we got you a lifeline. That is what the mother said. I know you got a disability with Tourette's. We can get you help with Tourette's. But for me to be able to do that, you're going to have to like basically have no address with us. And I could go file paperwork and stuff and get you emergency assistance. So you can start getting money and you can have your own place and you can do what the fuck you want to do over there. So she was like, all right, bet. So mom hurries up, gets all that taken care of. And by the time she's 18, she's got her own efficiency apartment in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Got some money coming in. And guess who moved in? Tyrone. And buddy, Tyrone ain't Mr. B. Yeah. So you know we got to do what we do, right? That's right. He had a packaging fake crack again. This time putting the numbing agent on it. So when the crack fiends get it and they taste it to see if it's real crack, you know, real good crack, they say it has a numbing sensation on their tongue. That way to numb their tongue and make them feel like they was getting the real thing. So he was out here hustling people. So while this is going on, he got his girl full-fledged involved doing this hustling shit. Meanwhile, Chris is starting to feel a little bit worried about his baby girl. Yeah, they had their ups and downs, but he's been raising this girl since she was 18 months. Let me check on her. Let me make sure she's straight. So he goes to the hood and check on Jennifer. He knocks on the door. You know what I'm saying? She goes to the door. Hey, you need to make it quick because, you know, Tyrone's not here. And Tyrone don't like for me to have people in the house when he's not here. Okay. The fuck is this? All on the table. Don't worry about that. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't be trying to put that in no toilet either. What is that what I think it is? Is that crack cocaine? No, Dad, it's not. It's fake crack. Okay? It's a way for us to sell it and get our money. Fake crack? Are you crazy? You was in St. Petersburg in the hood, girl. This is Florida. They'll kill you. We know what we're doing, Dad. Okay? What are you here for? To make sure you was okay. Damn. All right. Well, I'm fine. You got to go. So, woo. After that happened, Chris went to his car and he was on the verge of tears. Even though his eyes was watering up, he was just asking himself, where did we went wrong? My 18-month-old daughter that I've been taking care of has went from being my little angel to now she's out here doing the most, selling fake crack with a thugged out black dude named Tyrone. Oh, this is bad. So meanwhile, as this is unfolding, Tyrone puts his hands on old girl again for the last time, and some other stuff he had going on, he gets put away. He's sitting down for a minute. And so while he's sitting down, that is when she has decided that that's it. I'm going to find me somebody else to deal with. And she did. She found a guy named Lamont Newton. Lamont Newton was a native from St. Petersburg. Now, what's different about Lamont is Lamont was a hardworking type of guy. He was the type of guy, he didn't like to have a lot of people around him. He liked to keep his circle small. Now, when she met Lamont, he had a daughter at the time that they thought was his. And she had that little girl with her and Lamont everywhere they go. Now, the thing about Lamont, he never put his hands on Jennifer. He stated in an interview, the reason why he never put his hands on Jennifer, because he wanted Jennifer to experience what it's like to be with a stand-up man that knew how to control his anger. The problem with that is that Lamont also had some bad judgment himself because he could not stop hanging out with his buddy, LaRon Rayford. Now, LaRon Rayford was about that life. Oh, LaRon did stick-ups, sold drugs. LaRon was about that life, baby. LaRon was a thug. He didn't give a damn. And he lived it to the fullest. Now, like I said, so you got the thug, the hardworking guy that can be easily influenced, and you got Jennifer. Now you thought that with Jennifer being with Lamont that she would be a better girl and wouldn't be doing nothing like that, all like that in the street. Hell nah. She was carrying on the tradition Tyrone taught her baby, and that was selling them fake drugs. She continued to do that. Then she would also do some Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? She didn't mind participating in slinging that booty. You know what I mean? To pay things. So she was all over the place. Whatever money, how money came, that's how she was. So unfortunately, sooner or later, money starts to get hard, right? And allegedly, what it said in the report from Lamont and everybody else, Jennifer, it was her idea to find a guy to bring to a secluded place or a place where it was vacant, rob him and keep it moving for the boys because they needed that money. So she, using her female wiles and good looks and charm, caught the attention of Shannon Griffin. Now, Shannon Griffin is 22 years old. He's a transplant from Mississippi. He moved there because of Hurricane Katrina 5 years prior. And when he moved there, his brother was like, his cousin was like, yo, listen, man, you know, you can stay and crash with me. I'm going to help you get back on your feet and we going to be good, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. And he flourished. He did well and found him finally a good job with Walmart and was doing spectacular. Everybody said he was dependable and he was hardworking. They said that only thing he did was work at Walmart and browse the internet. And y'all know back in the day, the internet was where a lot of people would browse before the gaming scene started ticking up online. You know what I mean? So anyway, he meets up and interacts with Jennifer. Jennifer tells him everything he want to hear. Like any young man at 22 years old, she probably told him, listen, whenever we get on this date and I meet you, I'm going to give it to you like nobody else has. Because that's what you're thinking about when you're that age. Having fun and getting your rocks off. So he was there. He got his tie and shirt on, looking spiffy. Cousin like, wow, man, look at you. Looking like Mr. GQ. What you about to do? He's like, yeah, man, I got a date, bro. I got a date, homie. Yeah, this pretty little tenderoni, man. She want to chill with me. I'll be at this address right here. That's what she told me. That's where the meter at. And as soon as I get done doing what I need to do, putting it down, I'll be back. That was the last time he ever seen his cousin. Meanwhile, you got Shannon excited as a motherfucker. He's at this address, and lo and behold, when he pulls up and he get out, and the first person he greets and see to greet him is Jennifer, excuse me. That's right. Jennifer looking all nice and, not too seductive, but just enough to get his attention, showing a little purrs and stuff. Hey, he's all excited. Yeah, let me lead you down here so we can get things started. All right, cool. So he's excited. Like, okay, maybe this is some pre-game love before we go out to eat and get some real love. Like, what's up? So she leads him to this vacant room. And when she leads him to the room, little did he know that who was coming behind him and from him in all kinds of ways was the two guys. All of a sudden, they roll up on Shannon. Yo, man, they put it right to his head to steal. You know what it is, homie. If you do what we say, things will be okay. Now, Shannon, maybe he let that Mississippi boy come out of him, that country boy, because he was like, hell no, you ain't robbing me. And he started grabbing the barrel of the gun and they start tussling. Next thing you know, it looked like he was going to get the upper hand on Lamont. But boy, oh boy. Lamont was like, nah, fam. Nah. On LaRon, I meant. But Lamont like, nah, fam. We're not doing that. That's not happening. Again, do what I say, bro. Or everything's going to go okay. All right? So as soon as dudes try to start complying, I guess Lamont was mad at this country boy, almost had the best of him and everything else. But he decided that it was best for him to meet his maker. 2 shots just like that. Man, meanwhile, Jennifer done walked all the way outside in the front of the place. She was like, oh my God, Then they started running like, yo, we gotta go, man. We got to we got a jet. And they hit back to the apartment. Meanwhile, somebody finds this young boy's body and calls 911. Y'all know how it goes. The police comes out. They trying to figure out, okay, what in the world has happened here? So while the police is investigating, they find the cell phone that the young man had, and then they retrace the cell phone number unto the last people he called. And what number pops up? Jennifer Mee's number pop up. The cops was like, oh, she was the last person to see him. Vacant line. Sound like to me she might have sought this man up. Let's get her downtown and let's find out what this entails of. So they get her downtown. They start talking to her. It didn't take no long. Jennifer started opening and spilling like talking like a wild person. Basically saying that she the one that had Griffin to come through to the vacant lot, but she tried to minimize herself like, oh no, I didn't think they was gonna shoot him. Oh no, it just, I bring him down there and they get what they get and call it a day. But it kind of went something like this, basically. Jennifer, you set this up. Tell us what you thought was going to happen, man. I swear I didn't mean for anybody to die. I just thought they'll rob him. I didn't pull the trigger. But the police wasn't buying that shit. They was like, yeah, you under arrest for murder. So while they got her under arrest for murder, finally in the jailhouse call, Jessica confessed to her mama, like, listen, like, mama, I didn't kill nobody, but I set everything up. It all went wrong. Woo! Them jailhouse recordings, that's all they need. So then the trial began in September 2013. Okay? Now, at this time, and I will show you what old Jennifer looking like then. Try to get her a good trial face. So now, here she is, fighting for her life while on trial. And the prosecutors was hell-bent on making sure people know that she orchestrated the setup. In her defense, they was like, yo, man, this is a young white girl in the projects with these black thugs. She ain't knew what she was doing. She got a learning disability. They manipulated her. And she might have schizophrenic, right? Besides the Tourette. This girl got a lot going on, man. Oh, man. And let me give you an idea of some of the excerpts of what the prosecutor said. She lured Shannon Griffin to his death. Without her, none of this happens. Then you got the defense attorney. Jennifer was a 19-year-old girl under the influence of her boyfriend. She never pulled the trigger. Come on, guys. We really gonna convict her for something she didn't do? Huh? Well, unfortunately, that defense did not work because it only took them 4 hours to come back and they found Jennifer Mee guilty of first-degree murder. And they sentenced her life in prison without parole. Jennifer was just balling because she already knew that life was over. No more trying to be in the hood and find Mr. Do-Right. No more trying to sell fake crack. None of that. It's over. You will now be trapped in a cell with other females that is just as crazy as you are. So the family did not finish though. No. The impact statements brought by Shannon Griffin's family, first was his father. His father said, we lost our son forever. There's no justice that can bring him back. And his mother, Miss Griffin, she didn't pull the trigger, but she took our boy from us just the same. So they basically said, fuck your tears and your feelings. You gonna do this time. So currently now, Jennifer is a lot different. I'm going to show you an updated picture of Jennifer now for all you that want to see how the Hiccup girl looks like today. So since all this has happened, she has done plenty of interviews in prison. The most recent one she did was with Pierce Morgan about women who kill and everything else. I seen a little bit of it, but I can tell y'all this. I can say that she is definitely got a learning disability. I think that she realizes what she did was extremely wrong. But then there's that childlikeness still in her that feel like that everybody should just forgive her and move on and let her get a second chance at life. And that's the wrong type of attitude to have. But we'll get more into that in a minute as I tell you where she's at. But she's currently in like I said, Lowell Correctional Institution for Women in Florida. Now I think that is in Salt Lake, Lake City, Florida. Let me make sure I'm right about this. Lowell Correctional Institute is actually in Ocala, Florida. I'm sorry. I thought it was in Lake City, Florida. I'm thinking about the other one, but yeah, it's in Ocala, Florida. That's where she's at. She's there for the rest of her life. She's never getting out. All her appeals is being rejected. Let's see here. She said in a prison interview, "I wish I could take it back. I was young. I was dumb. I didn't think anyone would die. Now I'll never be free." She spends her days out of the public eye, but it doesn't matter because her story is still right there. Now, let's talk about her co-defendants, because I know y'all want to know what happened to Lamont Newton. Lamont Newton now is no more dreads. He's got his hair cut. He has spoken out and everything else. Now, he had a plea deal. He had a plea deal that they were going to hook him up with, Lamont. If he was been able to testify against, I guess, old girl, they was going to give him 25 years. But Lamont was like, nah, I ain't going to do that because, I'm a rider. I did this just as much as she did. So I'm not doing that. I'm not saying this guy's a good guy, because I would never go out here and say, oh, yeah, man, that's a badge of honor. I mean, what was he supposed to do? I mean, they both playing this together. So come on now. He had to stand on business and do the right thing and not be a part of that. But anyway, he was gonna get 40 years in prison. But that is not even going to happen, because now he's got life in prison. I mean, he was like, I want less time because y'all giving me 40 years. I'll be an old man by the time I get out this bitch. Like, I'm trying to be young still. Well, buddy, you did kill someone. It's not like you're going to get it. But anyway, he got convicted on in December 2013. Let's see here. So he got life in prison. Now, let's talk about LaRon. LaRon got the best deal out of all of them. Now, LaRon Rayford, let me find out his sentencing. After he did all that, after he did all of that testifying and all that stuff, it didn't help him either. He got life in prison as well. So all the young people threw their lives away. All of the young people threw their lives away. Now, the 40-year deal with the good time, I think that, oh boy, if he would have took the 40-year deal, he probably could have got out in 30 years, which I understand he young now. He's in his 20s. But, buddy, I mean, you shouldn't commit a murder. You in the state of Florida. Florida and Texas and Georgia are one of the hardest states to get out of trouble when you do any type of serious class A felonies, bro. Like, they don't play with you. They will give you the book. So he should have just went and took that. I would have just went on and took it. Like, yo, 40 sounds better than life, because now you never getting out unless you get out in a body bag. So let's talk about my thoughts on this case about Jennifer Mee. First and foremost, I think Jennifer Mee was... All right, first and foremost, let's talk about Jennifer Mee. So, to me, Jennifer Mee was trying to find herself. Yeah, I'm being honest. And I think she was trying to find herself because she had been struggling for a long time trying to fit in. And I think what caused it is a combination of her real father never being there for her, for one. Number two, her mother was always gone. I think that she wanted to have a connection with her mother, but her mother had to work like a male in the in the home because her stepfather was disabled. Third thing I think that made her lose her way is because she thought that this fame was going to last forever and help her enhance herself, and it didn't. Instead, it hurt her better than helped her. And last but not least, I want to say that what also affected her the most is that the rape that she experienced as a teenage girl from the two white guys that was around her. I think that if she would have got the proper therapy and would have told someone, or when they found out, got her in therapy, this could have made her make better judgments. Now, could it change her preference of what dude she would be interested in based upon race? Maybe, maybe not. But she would have at least made better judgments. And last but not least, I also look at her childlike mind. And it's sad that she has that type of mindset because for the rest of her life, she will never be able to fully experience what it's like to be a full adult. She would always have to have someone there to like look after her because she just doesn't have the capability of making good decisions. Last but not least, I want to say too, Jennifer Mee also is, I think she's a part of the whole Shay Pay reach out group on Facebook. She's got her information out there if you want to talk to her. If you're one of those guys that want to pen pal another chick or whatever have you and stuff that's locked up, she's on that. And I think she's also on that new one they got called Prison Babes, something like that. I've been seeing it all on Instagram. I think she's on that too. But either way it goes, you want to take your chance and get to know Jennifer Mee and maybe get to see her or whatever have you. That's all on you. That's her information. But to me personally, I hate to say this, but this girl is damaged goods. She has basically let her circumstances of tribulations consumed her to the point now that she's only got expectations of staying in the cage. Anyway, thank y'all for so much for coming out and doing this with me tonight. Again, do me a favor, jump in the comments, answer the polls, people. I need those polls answered to keep the algorithm going. Until then, y'all know